exclusive OR operator is one that's forgotten about, and it's not used too often, so it's one of the reasons why it is forgotten. But I've certainly seen in code times where people rewrite their code where they're essentially trying to utilize or implement the exclusive OR operator. So let's talk about what that is. The exclusive OR operator is the caret key. It's above your 6. And what it means is that the left operand and the right operand must not both be true and must not both be false. Only one can be true. So in this situation here, the left is true and the right is false. So the end result is it will enter the if statement. It will end up in a true. And you can see here how you enter the if statement. If they were to both be true, that would fail exclusive OR. And it actually doesn't go into the if statement, it goes into the else portion. It did not enter if. Let's change that to else. Entered else. I think that's more straightforward. Okay, and then now, if they are both false, it's going to produce the same result of entering else, because the end result is going to be false. So that's pretty much it. There's not really much to it, but it is something handy that you should think about when you come up to these situations. But it does remind me of something else that is worth mentioning here. So I find that the double pipe, which is OR, let's type this out here. Right method. The double pipe, which is a conditional OR versus just a standard OR statement, and the conditional AND, which is the double ampersand, as opposed to the single ampersand. Many people don't know what that really means, what's really happening there. So an AND statement, just a single ampersand, will evaluate both the left and the right-hand side before making a decision on if this is true or not. So in this situation here, the left side is false, the right side is true. Right? We evaluate the left, we evaluate the right, and then we make a decision on the statement. It's false, it goes to the false, the else area. But now a conditional AND only needs to evaluate the left-hand side, and if it has enough information, it won't even evaluate the right-hand side. So let's take a look here. So the left method is false. Well, that's all the information we need with the AND. One is false, then the whole statement is false. So then we enter else. We don't need to evaluate the right-hand side. And then now let's take a look at the OR statement. So if the OR statement, it's actually an operand, I said OR statement. It's the OR operator, the OR operator. There's a single pipe, so it's going to evaluate both sides before making a decision. It's going to evaluate the left, it's going to evaluate the right, and then it's going to make the decision to enter the if statement. So now if we do a double pipe, it's a conditional OR. So let's run this now. Well, the first statement returns false, so it's really not enough information, because with an OR, it has to have at least one true. So this one, in this situation, it evaluates both sides. But let's reverse the result here for the left and the right method, and we will see that it's going to evaluate this one. It sees that it's true, and it doesn't need to evaluate the right-hand side. It evaluates the left and then enters the if statement. So that's the difference between the conditional or conditional and versus just a regular or a regular and. So keep in mind of the exclusive or. It's a nice handy little trick to make your code cleaner, easier to follow instead of adding more code that's not necessary. And the and the ampersand. All right, see you in the next video.